And one of the things about people that have a definite major purpose in their life, is that the world literally steps aside for those people. Have you ever noticed that? Any groups that you've ever gone to, people who are in a meeting, the people who walk in with the greatest amount of confidence and know exactly what they want, and I'm not talking about arrogance, but those that are focused and know what they're doing, people just kind of move out of their way, except for the people who want to be part of it. Then they try and step in front of them and get a little bit of what it is that they have because they want it too. All right? Having to do with a definite major purpose, obviously you know that that's your mind. And I can't not talk about the mind, because the mind is the most important thing that we have. It is also the only thing that we have complete control over. Think about that. It is the only thing that you have. So how you think will manifest itself in the reality of your life. And there are a multitude of books written on this. People that you can go see and you can talk to, many coaches in this room that you can go and talk to about. But you need to spend a lot of time working on your mind. And that's what I meant when I said earlier about budget your mind space as well. The things that you think are absolutely imperative to your growth. If you don't believe that you can't succeed, you don't need any enemies. You are your own worst enemy. All right? Remember that when you're talking to people, and this still is coinciding with a definite major purpose, that you are the expert. Whatever you do, that's what you do, and you do it better than anybody else, because people are drawn to that. And that is another element of the confidence, which is why I mentioned earlier about just choosing that one item to be the expert for at whatever that particular time is. The second stake in your tent is applied faith. I think everybody knows what faith is. Right? It's kind of a belief in whatever it is, whether it's in yourself, a specific spiritual belief, in the job that you're doing. Faith is a motivating factor. But remember that you have to apply what you're doing. You have to apply that faith. Faith without works is dead. You have to work at those things. So you can't just say, oh, I wish this would happen. It doesn't work that way. Okay? The third stake. Now, this is an interesting term, and this is also another term coined by the same man that coined mastermind. And if anyone is curious, that person is Napoleon Hill. And I knew that Doug, right? Doug, okay. I knew that Doug knew it by the look on his face. Cosmic habit force. Cosmic habit force, isn't that a name? And there are a lot of, I'm sure there's some other new age names for it and whatever it might be, but it's kind of the same thing as, another word for it is ether. Another word is for whatever you put out, you're going to get back. That same kind of philosophy. So remember, if you're working hard, it's going to come back to you. If you're not working hard, it's not going to come back to you. You put out good energy, it's going to come back to you. If you're putting out negative energy, it's going to come back to you. These are real things in life that we have to keep in mind. And that's why I said, if you don't feel like going somewhere one night, don't go. Because that's what people are going to remember the next time they see you. You were either happy or you weren't. So keep that in mind. And then the last thing, this is everybody's favorite, the last stake in your tent is self-discipline. So it's a very difficult thing for most people to do, is to discipline themselves and to discipline their lives. And much to my husband's chagrin, I am probably one of the most disciplined people that he knows, or that most people know, and would probably drive a lot of other people crazy. But you see, I spent a lot of time learning about myself. I know what my weaknesses are, and I know what my strengths are. And I know that in order to grow and become the kind of person that I want to become, to have my business grow and become the kind of business that I want it to be, I have to discipline myself. So I do the exact same things at the exact same time during the day from 5:30 until the time that I go home. And I do keep open space in the evening. I'm not crazy. So I do have some downtime in my own space. But I know that in order for me to work efficiently, this is what I have to do. And if we don't discipline ourselves in order to do those things, we'll make excuses all the time. You don't like, I don't like cold calling. I already said that. So it's the first thing that I do in the morning after I check my emails. I start at exactly a specific time, and that's when I do my cold calling. Because if I don't, oh goodness knows, I can find 400 other things that I want to do to get done other than doing that cold calling, because I don't like to do it. You don't like to come to networking events? Then come to networking events. You don't like to talk to people? Talk to as many people as you can, because that is the only thing that is going to help you to grow. I wanted to say, we just have a couple minutes. I am very punctual. Punctuality is important to me, so I promise you we will be done. Two things: foundation and self-education. I very quickly have to mention the foundation of who and what we are. And as I said, I know there's a lot of life coaches in here and a lot of other sources that we have to grow. If you didn't have a good foundation to become what you want to become in life, at some point you got to get it. You've got to get it. So if you don't have it, and there are things that are uncomfortable in your life right now, the way you think, then go find it. If you need the help of another, talk to Janica. Did I say that? Janiki? I wasn't say it right. Or one of the other life coaches in here, Deborah, and let's see, who else was a life coach? I don't want to just not give who else was. Angelina, yes. Yes. So talk to somebody who can help you. But even if you are not formally educated, you can become self-educated. And I know that because I've done it myself. My books are my friends. And I have found people whom I have looked up to all of my life who have guided me, and they are people that I have desired to obtain the same characteristics that they have. So if your desire is strong enough, whatever it is that's bothering you, you can overcome, and you can grow past that. And lastly, I want to leave you with this. When immigrants come to this nation, they come here because they know that this is the land of opportunity. Not like some of us who just think that this is the land of opportunity. This truly is your opportunity, and I know that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Thank you for your time.